So now we are moving forward, and we're going to be talking about some teams specifically. And up first, we're going to be talking about the Chicago Blackhawks, and more specifically, Connor Bedard and his first week in the NHL. Man has played 3 games in the NHL, and the Blackhawks currently sitting 1-2-0. They've got 2 points out of those 3 games. They've been on the road for all of them. And looking at his individual stats, obviously he has scored his first goal in the NHL, currently has a 3-game point streak going, had an assist night 1 for him. He had a goal night 2 and an assist in night 3 in a game in which they kind of got outplayed by the Montreal Canadiens, and was a very tough environment up there in Montreal against the Canadiens. Overall, he's played a lot of ice time, averaging, I'd say, anywhere about 21 minutes roughly per night. 21 the first couple of nights, almost then 22 that second night. Third night, 23:02. That's pretty crazy there. He's had a ton of shots. If you guys want to throw wagers on potential shot bets in games, this guy's probably going to have 3+ shots in a lot of games this upcoming season. So if you want to throw that down, he had 5 the first night, 6 the second, 5 the third. He's had 2 penalty minutes so far. He is a -1 so far, 3 points, and he's got 20 shifts basically a game. This guy is a complete game breaker. Every time he's on the ice, the defense needs to be aware of where he is at all times. He has played absolutely amazing. Honestly, I don't really have anything to nitpick about this kid so far. Obviously, the face-off circle might be one area that he needs to adjust and do a little bit better at. I know night 1 he got absolutely taken to the cleaners by Sidney Crosby, but I feel like that is to be expected with the veteran presence and ability that Crosby has in the circle. You've probably seen some videos out there on X of him and be having that hot mic and basically stating that he's getting absolutely taken to the cleaners by Crosby. So kind of cool stuff there. He's a very humble guy, but he also is a great player himself in his own right. He has played very, very good hockey, and it'll be interesting to see what he does throughout the rest of this first month of the season. Do you think he'll be over, let's say, I don't know, let's say 13 points? Will he be over 13 points or under 13 points? I want to know what you guys think after his first month of the season. When we get back to their team, points-wise, I don't think he's been absolutely great, but play-wise, this guy has looked absolutely amazing. Andreas Athanasiou, I think he has looked very good for the Blackhawks so far early in this season. Night 1, I thought he was one of their better players other than Bedard against the Penguins. He only played 10 minutes that night, but he played 17 night 2, 15 night 3. He is a even on the points or plus-minus. I thought he's looked great. Night 1, he had 1 assist. He hasn't had many points, but he's played great. Only 1 shot night 1, but 2 shots night 2, 5 shots night 3 for them. He overall, I think, might be one of their sneaky guys of potentially getting 40 to 50 points this year for depth. Again, Athanasiou has looked great. He's throwing the body around. He's buzzing out there. He's super fast, good hands, great vision, very solid in the D zone. I don't think he's looked that bad in the D zone whatsoever. So he's been very, very good in my opinion. When it comes to another player I'm very impressed with so far is Tyler Johnson. A little bit older, smaller player, 5'8", 185 is what they say. 33 years old. That's kind of crazy to see. He is even on the plus-minus so far this season, averaging roughly anywhere about, I'd say, 15 minutes basically per night. He's got... He didn't have any points that first night against Pittsburgh. He looked very good against the Penguins watching that game. He had 5 shots in the last game, 3 in the first, and 0 in that second against Boston. 2 goals against Montreal, so good for him on that, getting on the point board. He's only a couple away from 200, so hopefully he can hit that this season. That would be very cool for him. But man, he's looked very good. I think the future is definitely bright. One of their players that I was interested in watching, and he's played very solid. Great two-way defenseman, has a powerful shot, has unreal vision in the D zone, super responsible behind the net, below the goal line, in front of the net, picking up sticks, throwing the body. Seth Jones has played absolutely out of his mind. I think maybe a few turnovers here and there, maybe a few couple mistakes here and there that mainly Blackhawk fans are going to be noticing, but overall I think his play's been great. He is +3 so far, 2 assists on the year. He had 2 shots night 1, 2 shots night 3, none in that second game against Boston. And dude's been averaging roughly about 25 minutes a night. He's going to be out there. He is their top defenseman. and he's definitely showing it. He's very good, both ends of the ice, super responsible, and I think he's a decent leader for the team as well. 6'4", 213. He is 29 years old. He's been in the league for a while, is an assistant captain on the team. So I think he's going to be a great role model for the young guys moving forward throughout the season. And overall, I think their goaltending has been pretty decent. If you ask me, Mrazek, he's played 2 games. Goals against average, .254. Save percentage, .935. He's looked good. He's 1-1 on the year. I think, if anything, if they can get, I don't know, anywhere from 20 wins out of him and maybe a couple out of the Soderblom kid, who has a .203 and a .928 save percentage, I think the future is bright for the Blackhawks. Do Blackhawks fans want them to do poor and get another high draft pick? I think the answer to that would be yes. But I think the future is bright with the amount of cap space that they have, the youth that they have on their team. I know they're sprinkled in some veterans in there. So you can't say they're a completely super old team like the Penguins, who are the oldest team in the league. But the Blackhawks are very intriguing, and I'm interested to see them as the year goes on. Obviously for Bedard, but for some of these other players that I've highlighted, Ryan Donato's looked very good. Foligno, for his age, has looked very good. Taylor Hall has looked good. I know he got hurt in the Boston Bruins game, which we'll have to keep an eye out on for him and his status moving forward for the next couple of games. But overall, the Blackhawks have looked great, and Blackhawks fans should be excited for the future. But I want to know what you guys think down below about their first week and moving forward, what the Blackhawks need to do. Will Bedard have more than 13 points after the first month? Let me know what you guys think down below in the comments.